Welcome to TT Boxing. Here with me I have Mick Gatto, sponsoring the evening tonight. Great press conference so far. I mentioned it's going to be one of the greatest fights in Australian history. What other nights would you say this is going to be up there with in terms of Australian boxing history?
Look, it's one of the best cards I've seen for a long time. Lenny Zapavinha's on it. He's fighting an eliminator for a world title. There's 3 or 4 12-round fights. Lucas Brown putting his Commonwealth title on the line, and of course the Rabchenko Mundine fight. Could be the biggest fight in history. If he wins this, the next one's Mayweather, Alvarez, MCG, boom right around the world. It's a long shot, but you never know. They'll either fight him or vacate the title.
Absolutely.
So it's massive.
And there's a big buzz around boxing at the moment in Australia, more so than has been in the last couple of years with this card and then the card coming up in December with Gill and Fletcher. Do you see the sport moving in the right direction at the moment, gathering a bit of support?
Look, a few of our boys have been overseas and none of them have had any luck. So, let's hope that Mundine does prosper on this night and puts it back on the map. Like he keeps saying, he's given boxing a shot in the arm. He believes he's going to win this fight. And if he can, it's going to be massive. It will put boxing on the map. It'll be massive.
And if the Australian public get behind Mundine as they have done in the past, do you think it's possible to bring some of these big fights over to Australia? Well,
that's what we're going to try and do. Unfortunately, the government don't get behind me, with the licence and whatever, and I'm sure you're all well aware of that. See you, Gatto. But I'm still going to be involved, and even if we've got to promote in Macau or around the world, I'd like to do it here in Australia. But if they keep playing hardball, and we've got to go overseas, well, so be it. We've had huge plans. We've worked with Tyson and Ricky Hatton, who's in the country today, and people of that calibre who are on the world stage, who are happy to get involved with us and be involved in promoting fights here in Australia. It's massive. And the politicians just don't realise that. All they worry about is scoring political points because there's an election coming up.
Yeah, absolutely. And just finally, do you have a prediction for the night? Are we going to see fireworks at Lucas Brown and Mundine?
Look, this young bloke Rabchenko's got an unblemished record. He's had 25 fights, won them all, 18 by knockout. I haven't seen him fight personally. I've watched a couple of clips. Mundine's got to be right on the night, and I hope he wins. I don't want to give a prediction, but I really hope Anthony wins, and we'll go to the next level.
Absolutely. Well, we wish Anthony good luck. Thanks very much.
Thanks, Tommy. Nice to meet you, mate. Good luck. Thanks,
Cheers, mate. Thanks.
Bye.